Michelle, wait, I don't want you to spoil your dinner, honey.
Thank you. As I was saying, I have big news.
Jodie Sweetin first entered the spotlight as the child actress who played Stephanie on the long-running series Full House.
How was school today?
Oh, just dandy.
I'm starting to sweat. You're not supposed to let him see you sweat.
I had a great experience growing up on television. I had super normal parents who loved me and supported me and made sure I had sort of one foot in, real life. Yeah, my experience growing up in this business was ideal. I was surrounded by people that I loved. The cast of Full House was amazing, and they're people that I still work with and, am close like family to this day.
I just want you to grow up and be the best little person you can be.
After Full House ended, there were some rough years and struggles with addiction. Jodie wrote candidly about that time in her memoir, Unsweetened. She spent some years out of the spotlight, working on her own sobriety and being a mom. She went back to school and started a new career helping others in treatment. Then Hollywood came knocking with Fuller House, a reboot of the original show with a second-generation cast.
What do you think? Too much? Oh, not enough.
I walked away from the business and I had decided to work in treatment because it was something that I really loved and was passionate about and still am.
It's time to take it back to the late 80s when this party got started.
This opportunity came along to start doing Fuller House, and I took it, and since then, all of the things that I wanted to do in this business are happening for me, and I just feel incredibly fortunate and blessed and really lucky to be back doing what I love that I didn't know if I'd have another opportunity to do it again. And I had moved on, and I was okay with it, but this is what I really love.
Today, Jodie's life is busier than ever. She took a turn on Dancing with the Stars.
So happens that your little sister is now a little famous.
And now Fuller House is entering its 4th season.
I'm looking for Santa Claus.
Isn't he a little old for you?
She's also making movies for Hallmark.
Wow.
And a series called Hollywood Darlings for Pop TV.
How rude.
Never heard that before.
First and foremost, though, she's mom to her own 2 girls.
Now I get to balance being a mom and a working mom and a busy working mom who has to sometimes work out of town. But, my kids are amazing and my 2 girls, they're very supportive and they're really proud of me. And I spend as much quality time with them as I can when I'm not working. And I'm fortunate that I do have a job where I'll work really, really hard for a few months and then I have time off. So, I try to balance it out and take them to go do fun things and just get to be like normal mommy. My kids are, at the end of the day, not that impressed with me. Like, they're like, yeah, you're on TV, big deal. Like, I'm still the mom that takes away the iPad and makes them do homework, so.
In the middle of all that, Pediatric Interim Care Center has remained close to Jodie's heart. On a visit to PICC in April, Jodie got an up-close look at the nursery with Barb.
This is the low stimulus room. This room is for the babies that are in the initial stages of withdrawal.
Now, how long do they typically stay in, like, the early stages? Does it depend on the severity of the...
Probably 2 to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks?
Depending on the baby.
The babies here share a page from Jodie's own life story.
I've been sober myself now for 7 years, and I was adopted at a very early age, and I was born to biological parents who were active in their addiction, so my mom did use with me. To come to a place like this and to see these babies given such love and care, when going through such a horrific detox that is no fault of their own, it really just warmed my heart because I have, a special place in my heart for that, having, been through it myself.
I love it when we get a baby that is 24 hours old and they look like they were still just born and their hair looks like it's still wet.
Yeah.
And they're just so tiny and so fragile, and I think, oh my goodness, 24 hours ago this baby was in the womb.
Yeah.
How fortunate we are to be able to care for these babies.
Yeah, and they get such love here.
They do.
Yeah.
I think all of us feel very fortunate that the mothers will allow us to care for their babies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Linda, you're going to examine her?
Such a sweet little face.
How is she doing?
She's doing good.
Is she? Is she about ready to go home?
I think so.
She's getting close.
She's getting big, those chubby cheeks.
I know.
Yeah.
You got the little cheeks on you, don't you?
Is she a good little eater now?
She's pretty good.
Is
She's way
she?
better than she used to be.
Yeah.
Mm.
Is that that's one of the things is they don't eat very much when they're.
Sometimes they don't when
Yeah.
they first come in. Yeah.
Especially when they're prenatally exposed to methamphetamine.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're sleepy and they don't want to eat.
She looks really good, Linda. She isn't stiff or anything, is she?
She's good.
No.
Yeah.
She says, I'm ready to go home.
Good and wiggly.
Jodie feels a bond with the babies at PICC, but she also shares a special connection with the parents.
Hi, how are you? Hi, nice to meet you.
Before I started working on Fuller House again, I had gone back to school to become a drug and alcohol counselor. I worked in treatment for about 5 years, and I loved it. And working with people that are trying to get sober, and having gone through getting sober myself, and seeing all of the changes that had to happen in my life, I think that all of these parents deserve that same opportunity and that same care and understanding and love. Well, I'm so glad you guys are here, and I'm glad he's doing well. And congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your baby and on your first boy. I know Dad's probably excited.
Super. I can't wait to bring him home.
Good.
If Jodie could share one part of her day with you, it would be this: the quiet time she spent rocking a baby.
I have always thought that PICC does some amazing work, and looking at the babies and looking at how healthy they get while they're here and how much they're loved, and how misunderstood I think addiction is, and how full of love and service everyone is here. It's just been an incredible thing to watch and to witness and to come in and see what the nurses here and Barb and Elaine and what they do for people who otherwise have sort of been written off, and these sweet, wonderful little babies who are just looking for a start and for someone to love them, and here they get it, and that's really important. And it's just wonderful to watch them cared for with such love. I think we all need that, especially people that start with things a little bit rougher in their life. They need the love too, and they get that here. Don't you, little guy? Getting the love?